Hello everyone, with the help of this video we will try to understand the elements of cost and the method of their treatment. So as you can see in the picture, element of cost compose of material, labor and expenses. In the process of production or manufacturing, the three elements which are required is, the first one is the raw material, which is converted into work in progress and then to finished goods. Second one is the labor, who will convert material provided into saleable form, and the third one is other expenses. The material which is used during the process of manufacturing may be of two types. It may be direct material or indirect material. Similarly, labor may be of direct nature or indirect labor, and expenses too may be direct or indirect. These indirect portion of material, labor and expenses together forms overheads, and overheads may be production overheads, administrative overheads, sales overheads or distribution overheads. Let us try to understand all these in detail. So first of all, as you saw in the previous picture, first element of cost is material. So material cost is the cost of tangible goods used in producing the product. These costs can be direct or indirect. As I said earlier, material may be direct material or indirect material. And what is material? Material is basically all the tangible goods which gets converted into finished goods during the process of manufacturing. Direct materials are the quantifiable and traceable cost of material used in production, whereas indirect material either cannot be traced to products or it is not cost effective to do so. So what is the difference between direct material and indirect material? Direct material means that particular material which can be directly apportioned to the product manufacturer or which is traceable in nature. In order to understand this, just see the example. Suppose there is a carpenter who used to make wooden furnitures, and for making wooden furniture he need wood as well as glue as well as screws and nails and other fasteners in order to finish the product. Now for this particular carpenter, the wood is the direct material, because when he will create a furniture, say a chair, wood will be visible in that particular chair and it is quantifiable. On the other hand, the glue which he uses to make chair, the nail which he used to put in the chair and other fasteners which he used cannot be traced or cannot be apportioned how much quantity of glue or nails and other fasteners are used while making that chair. So this type of materials which are not traceable, or if traceable it is not cost effective to trace, are called indirect materials. Next one is labor. As in the case of materials, similarly in the case of labor too, labor may be direct and indirect labor. So what is labor? Labor is actually the wages, salaries or some remuneration paid to the humans for their human efforts. So whatever wages and salaries is paid to the employees involved in manufacturing are known as labor cost. Direct labor cost means wages that are paid to employees that physically handle the product. For this reason, direct labor is also referred to as touch labor. So what is direct labor? Direct labor means payment of wages to that particular person who is operating the machine, who is actually doing the production, without whom production is not possible. Whereas indirect labor cost means any other wages and salaries related to production but are not traceable back to unit of product. So consider two persons are working in your production center. One is a machine operator and another one is a supervisor. So since both of them are working, so you have to pay them. The wages paid to the machine operator is direct labor cost, whereas wages paid to the salary paid to the supervisor is indirect labor cost. Why salary wages of machine operator is direct labor cost, and why salary of plant supervisor is indirect labor cost? Because the machine operator is directly involved in the production of the goods. If suppose for any reason machine operator doesn't operate the machine, then what will happen? The production will stop. Whereas in case of plant supervisor, suppose he is absent, then also production will be there and goods will be produced. So all those wage or salary expenses which are not directly related to the production are called indirect labor. Next one is expenses. Other expenses means those expenses which are cost related to production but cannot be classified as labor cost or material cost. Cannot be classified as labor cost or material cost. Again, in the case of other expenses too, expenses may be direct expenses or indirect expenses. As explained previously, all direct expenses other than direct material or direct labor which can be directly traceable or apportioned to the units of production are called direct expenses, whereas all those expenses which cannot be allocated or traced back to units produced are called indirect expenses. Okay, so we need to look at this chart once again. So as we discussed, the three major element of cost is material cost, labor cost and expenses. Out of this material, direct labor and direct expenses are those expenses which are direct in nature, which can be allocated to production and or which can be traced back. Similarly, now talking about overheads on cost or indirect cost. What is meant by overhead on cost or indirect cost? All the expenses which are related to indirect material or indirect labor. Just find the slide first. Okay, when direct material, direct labor and direct expenses are added together, they constitute the prime cost of production. As discussed earlier, material is of two types: direct material, indirect material. So out of these, when direct material is taken, similarly out of two type of labors, when direct labor is taken, and out of two type of other expenses, direct expenses is taken and added together, we get the prime cost of production. So how can we calculate prime cost of production? It is simply the sum of direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. On the other hand, the indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses, indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses, when taken together, they are called overhead or on cost or indirect cost. So the sum of indirect material, indirect labor and indirect cost means overhead or on cost or indirect cost. These overheads are further classified into different groups, which we will see in the next slide. So classification of overheads. The overheads on the basis of nature of their occurrence or on the basis of place of occurrence can be classified into 4 different groups. Overheads may be production or manufacturing overheads, administrative overheads, selling overheads, and distribution overheads. So these are the 4 type of overheads. Now what is production overhead? Production overhead is also called manufacturing overhead, works overhead, or factory overhead. All the indirect expenses which are incurred in the factory premises in connection with the production of any goods and services are treated as production overhead. So the indirect expenses related to your production center, your factory, your manufacturing unit are called production or manufacturing overheads. Examples are the rent of the factory, rates, taxes paid for the factory, lighting bill, heating bill, idle time wages, depreciation of factory building, plant and machinery, canteen expenses, and like. All these are examples of production overhead. Next is administration overhead. As the name indicates, the term administration refers to the formulation of policy, direction, control, and management of affairs. The general functional expenses are included in the administration overhead. In other words, administrative services are necessary for the effective operation of any business, hence such service expenses are treated as administrative overhead. So all the expenses which are related to administration are called administrative overheads. For instance, all expenses related to your office, say printing and stationery, rent of the office, rates, insurance of office, depreciation on office furniture, bank charges, telephone, postage, etc. are included in administrative overhead. Next is selling overhead. The selling overhead is nothing but the cost of selling function, the cost of activities relating to create and stimulate demand for company products and to secure orders. So we can say selling overhead means all those expenses, indirect expenses, which are related to selling of your goods. So whatever expenses, for instance, selling expenses may include the rent of the shop, the selling agent's commission, the advertisement cost, depreciation on delivery van, and all these things can be included in selling overheads. Some examples are salary to the selling staff, commission and traveling expenses of sales representatives and executives, advertising and publicity expenses, samples, printing of price list, discounts given to customers, rebates, bad debts, and like are example of selling overheads. And finally, distribution overhead means, in order to understand distribution overhead, first of all it is important to understand the term distribution. So what is distribution? Distribution refers to the activities relating to the sequence of operation which starts from making the packed product available for dispatch and ends with making reconditional returned empty package available for reuse. So distribution is also one of the function like manufacturing, administration, and selling, but it is the last step in the selling process. So all those expenses which are related to distribution of goods produced by you are called distribution expenses. Some of the examples are running expenses of delivery van, wages of packers, carriage and freight outwards, rent, rates and insurance of warehouses, and the like are some of the examples of distribution overhead. So friends, I hope you might find this information helpful for you, and surely you must have understand the elements or the different elements of cost and how they are treated. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.